Well, happy Tuesday, Maverick currency traders. This is Rob Reinhold with the currency recap. Let's jump into it. In this session, we're going to talk about what happened today. We're going to take a look at all the markets. And I got to say, we're not in a great trading opportunity. There's times where the markets are consolidating, times when they're trending. Right now, it's consolidating. So in these moments, we want to trade less, not more.
All trades and analysis in this video are intended for professional traders only. This content does not constitute financial advice and is for educational purposes. This video is being released after a short delay due to Compliance Department review. Maverick members receive this content immediately as part of their daily trading resources. If you're ready to level up, consider joining Maverick Currencies. Our traders trade firm capital and keep 70 to 80% of profits. You bring the skill, we provide the backing. Let's get into today's market recap and see how the pros are trading the currency markets.
Let's go ahead and start off with the news of the day here. We did get the RBA came out and they cut rates as expected by 25 basis points, but they warned that global weakness is likely going to get worse, which means that they're likely to be more dovish. So we saw the Aussie dollar as a worst performer today, down about 0.7, 0.8% in the basket. We also saw U.S. equities break a 6-day win streak. However, we're going to take a look at the charts. You're going to see it wasn't that much of a down day. And on the crypto front, we had the crypto bill pass the U.S. Senate. This basically is paving the way for the regulatory framework and compliance to get crypto more acceptable. This is actually a really big deal. And for those of you that don't know a lot about crypto, crypto has existed in this gray area. And the government really has refused to make rules, but they've also been enforcing infractions against some of the companies saying, hey, you're doing it wrong. And the companies were saying, well, you haven't told us how to do it right. There are no laws on the books here. So they've really been operating in this gray area. Regulation in this manner is really good. It gives everyone clarity. It gives everyone a framework. It makes it to where we can tell who the good actors are and the bad actors are. Overall, I really like this regulation for crypto, and the market has rallied in anticipation of this. In the Forex market, as you see that we saw the Aussie as the worst performer, along with the Kiwi. Best performer was the Swiss franc. Really no reason that I was able to find out there, but take a look at everything else. Everything else very flat. So unless you were trading Aussie Swiss franc or Kiwi Swiss franc, you probably didn't see much. Maybe if you were trading dollar Swiss franc. If you were trading in anything else, it just wasn't a good trading day. And that's what I've been trying to tell people. There are times in this market when it's a good trading period, and that's when we want to be more active. And there's times when it is not as good and we want to be less active. This is definitely a less active environment. You want to be trading less, not more. The S&P was down a little bit, VT down, crypto down a little bit. Gold had a nice bounce back, so gold has pulled back from its highs, but trying to make a little run here. We'll see what happens on it. Looking at cryptos, Bitcoin was able to be up today. Everything else was down, but this is a very flat day in the world of crypto. If we take a look at the equity markets, we had a down day, but take a look at this down day. That is the weakest down day ever. That's an inside candle after just a really strong run off this gap. This is not a down day. This is basically a consolidation day. And that's all we're doing. We're just consolidating up here. I expect we're going to consolidate for another week or so, maybe till after the Memorial Day holiday. Then maybe we might break out to the upside. But this is a very, very bullish looking chart. If you were to forget about all the news out there, all the tariffs, all the stuff, and just looked at this chart, you'd be saying like, oh, this is a nice bull market, and we just got a 20-50 moving average cross, so this is early on in a trend. You would really want to be long here. But if you listen to all the news, all the doom and gloom that we all can find whenever we want, it might cause you to doubt. That's why I say trade the charts. Just trade the chart in front of you, and it won't lead you wrong. As far as news over the next 24 hours, there's nothing. We've got CPI out of the UK, which is, again, not that big of a deal. There's just not a lot of news out there, which tells me to trade less, not more. We don't have trends. We don't have price action. We don't even have news that's going to make that happen. Don't trade as much. trade less, not more. Let's take a look at the markets. I'm just going to go down the line of our 8 currency baskets. I'm going to go from the top here. This is yen, nothing going on. So again, we're looking for things that are moving right now. What's moving? What has a velocity? Yen, not it. Dollar, okay, you can see it is weakening. I like this chart. I like it quite a bit. I love this low base. We broke down. Here's the problem. There's no velocity. There's no move behind it. There's no oomph. I do like dollar short. Looks great, but it's not going to be a big trade. It's not going to be a fast-moving trade. Not quite what I'm looking for in my trading. Here we have the Swiss franc that has actually really taken off. Everything's looking good here on Swiss franc. We got nice EMA sloping higher. We got RSI sloping higher. So Swiss franc on the long side looks good here. The euro looks good, not as good, but good. It is running into some resistance up in here. But if you're looking for things that are moving right here, right now, Swiss franc and euro are moving. Pound, it's nice. It's an uptrend, but it's not moving at the moment. CAD, nothing going on here. Yes, it's more weak than strong, but not much. Aussie's moving. Aussie is moving to the downside. So if you're looking for what is moving right now, Aussie, we have a fall. We're having some consolidation here, which is what we want after a fall. We either want a bounce to sell into or a base to sell into. Aussie here looks good, but in the next, let's call it 4 to 24 hours, it's likely just going to be hanging out here in this base. Kiwi, flat. Let's go to the cryptos. Bitcoin, slight uptrend. Okay, slight uptrend is breaking out of this base here. I got major resistance at 108. It's just nothing is telling me to be super aggressive here. Bitcoin Cash, no thank you. Ethereum, no thank you. Litecoin, even worse. So as we go through these, I'm not finding a lot of reasons to make trades. Things aren't really trending. What is trending at the moment is euro and Swiss franc to the upside. But if you take a look on daily charts, they're just in ranges. So it's probably going to fizzle out and probably peter out. What's moving to the downside is Aussie. I do like Aussie short. And with that RBA news, probably has some more left in it. So if you want to look for a trade, then the trade is going to be Euro, Aussie, and Aussie Swiss franc. Whenever I have 2 currencies and I don't know which one to go long and I like them both, I pair them up against each other. So this is Euro against the Swiss franc. And you can see that for the most part over the last 2 months or last 2 weeks, they've been generally sideways. But right here, right now, we have EMA sloping down. We have RSI sloping down, which means the euro is weaker than the Swiss franc. So that tells me that right here, right now, the trade with the most momentum here is Aussie Swiss franc to the short side. And if you take a look at this, let's take a look at a daily chart first. It's a decent looking chart here. We have a big fall, and then we have a nice run up here, but we didn't break through any technical areas. We just had a nice run up, and now we've tipped over. We've broken through the parabolic SAR. RSI is now below 50 and falling. This is a decent trade. It's not a great trade. It's just a decent trade. Would I love to see you just sit on your hands and not do anything? That's probably the best trade out there at the moment. But if you are looking for a trade, Aussie Swiss franc looks acceptable. It checks some of the boxes on a 4-hour chart. We are breaking below a support level. Probably going to be heading down into this 52.80. So again, 40 pips on a 53-cent trade is still about 0.7%. That's, for me, I like to get 1%, but 0.7%, it's good enough. Again, I would love to see you sit on your hands, but this is an acceptable trade here, Aussie Swiss franc. Wrapping this up, we're on a consolidation. Consolidation, remember, trade less, not more. That is my message to you today. Sit on your hands, wait for a better environment. All right, take care, everyone. Goodbye.